What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerds, and what the hell is Sony doing? Anyway, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. I'm so fired up. But anyway, thank you for joining us out there. I am Jason the X. Don't do this thing by myself over there. Sister girl Cora.
Hi, everybody.
She's right across from me now. I changed all of our cables so that now I don't need to ask people what number their mic is. I can actually just see Cora is sporting the purple cable.
And watch. What's going to happen is we'll start getting set up. Hey, what number do you have? And he's going to completely forget that he changed it to colors.
I probably will. Hey, Cora, look at this new Fortnite action figure I got. He's a bush ranger. Bush ranger. I'm getting her in the right mindset for this show.
Well, I mean, you have a what is Sony doing story. I have a what is Square Enix doing story.
Boy.
So like,
man.
Today is just going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Anyway, I don't look. You know what? Y'all know how we do it around here. Let's just kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. So let me set this up because, of course, Cora's going to join me in this discussion here. But popular rap artist Bad Bunny, very talented man, Grammy Award-winning artist, wrestler, wrestled at WrestleMania and did a fine job of it. I'm not even gonna lie. He impressed other wrestlers. But now Bad Bunny is combining wrestling and comics because Sony has announced they are making an El Muerto movie. You might be based off of the Spider-Man villain El Muerto, who gains enhanced speed and ability from a magic mask passed down through generation after generation of luchador wrestlers. Now, and there's a picture of El Muerto right there. Just saying, big dude, looks like a wrestler. I love wrestling. I love luchador wrestling. I don't know how I feel about Bad Bunny, but he is talented. I'll give him that. But I have to ask, Sony, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you making this movie? Okay, look. You're making Kraven the Hunter. I could care less. I could care less. Why are you making Kraven the Hunter? But okay, he's a Spider-Man villain. He's popular. I've never liked the dude. He wears slippers and capri pants and fur-trimmed shirts that should go all the way down to his belly button. I'm not clowning his style. I'm just saying, not impressing me as a hunter. But y'all are making a Kraven Hunter movie, fine. But I trusted y'all with Morbius, and you burned me.
See, that was your first mistake after seeing how literally everyone was talking about it. Everybody
dragged that movie, and I still gave Sony a chance. Third act of that movie falls apart I don't know. Powerful imagine. Story has kind of been done already. Agreed, the story has been done already. But Sony owns the Spider family. They made a ton of money with Into the Spider-Verse. A great movie.
Yeah.
But you are making Kraven the Hunter, Morbius, and El Muerto movie. Oh, and Madam Web. You're making a Madam Web movie when you have Miles Morales just sitting over there. You got Miles Morales just sitting here waiting for a movie to be made about him. Look at him. You want a Latino hero? He's half. Anyway.
I know. I was just letting you go off.
You've got Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen, one of the most popular characters introduced in the past few years. Voiced by Haley Steinfeld, which I wonder how that would work since she's Kate Bishop as well, if you ever did live action. You have Spider-Man 2099. You have all of this at your fingertips, and you are making El Muerto. Oh my God. It's not that I don't want Bad Bunny to have a chance. I'm pretty sure, look, the guy's very talented. I'm pretty sure he could do this. I don't know if I want to go watch a full-on movie about this. And I love wrestling. You know this for a fact.
Yeah, we watched some wrestling videos before the show, actually.
But I don't know if I want to go watch a 2-hour El Muerto movie, because also, he is a villain.
I mean, I love movies that are strictly about villains, honestly.
Okay.
Because it's not done often. I enjoy that kind of genre, because it gives us a little chance to see something different.
Okay.
I mean, look at Megamind. Megamind's a great example. Megamind wasn't a good person. But he didn't have to be. I mean, he wasn't a nice person. He was a good person. He wasn't a nice one.
He learned. But anyway, I get where you're going.
Yeah. So, on that front, not a big deal. I don't know much about El Muerto, so I can't really say much. But I do like, in concept, a luchador villain movie. Maybe not a Marvel movie in general, because I don't have the context for his story or anything. But a villain luchador movie just sounds really fun.
And even if they did this like way over the top, like, do you remember the Kanuka Man, the wrestling, the Japanese anime wrestling show?
Vaguely.
And the moves were like very over the top and everything.
Yeah.
I could kind of see something like that where the man, like, he does like a suplex that goes like 5 stories up, and then he drops to do like a pile driver. I could see it visually, but I'm just like, Sony seems to be scraping the barrel of Spider-Man villains that they own, who they can make movies about, because they did Venom, of course. They've introduced Carnage.
Oh yeah, there's another villain movie, Venom.
But there are a ton of other characters they could be using, and they're using El Muerto.
El Muerto.
Muerto. Yeah, he's a dude. Sorry. I don't understand this. I mean, I just saw it and I was like, you got Marvel over here, Thor, Doctor Strange.
Well, maybe they're taking a page out of the no one cared about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but now they do page.
Okay.
Like taking a page from that book.
But that was also done well.
It was, but I'm willing to give El Muerto a chance.
All right.
Strictly because I like the idea of a villain luchador. But like, even Morbius's trailers didn't look very good and promising. But this could be different. And maybe it's we tried Morbius, it didn't work, let's try El Muerto, and if it doesn't work, maybe they'll go to something that's more popular. Now,
okay, he actually, he may not be a villain per se, because it looks like he just fought Spider-Man, like in a wrestling match. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad guy. So
yeah.
Okay.
Also, hey, you know what? Food for thought.
All right. I'm listening.
El Muerto versus Miles Morales in a luchador match.
I would watch this, but they wouldn't give us Miles Morales.
How do you know?
Because they are. I don't know.
Because
they're mean. That's why.
Okay, so you've already mentioned that Miles Morales is half Hispanic.
This is true.
He could still make an appearance in this film, even if it's not a major role. He could make an appearance, and that could be his in. Look at that! Look at that! I saved it.
And look, I really loved Spider-Man: No Way Home. That was my jam this year. They did something that I didn't think they could do. So I'll give them their credit. Don't go from No Way Home to here's the Mass Luchador movie. All right. Also, they announced this at CinemaCon today, and Bad Bunny actually came out and made the announcement. I will also say, I admire that when he went to do wrestling, he was training daily to be a good wrestler, and it showed. And he listened, and he earned the respect of those wrestlers, even as big as a star he is. So I can appreciate that. I definitely appreciate how hard he works at a character.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I want to see this one. So
I'm willing to give it a shot, but I also like.
I love Sir Crass in our chat. Just you're a bad guy. Does not mean you a bad guy. I can hear that in Zangief's voice.
That was such a good movie.
Also about a villain.
Hey,
there we go.
Perceived villain.
So yeah, El Muerto coming from Sony, and I think they haven't even started yet. But oh boy, let's do this. I guess. Core.
All right,
what you got, bud?
I'm gonna continue the complaints just to get them out of the way.
Let's just go on. Go
Okay.
off.
Okay. So, Square Enix released a gorgeous Final Fantasy VI figure. I cannot remember the character's name. Please don't come at me. If you remember it, chat, please tell me, because I have a very bad memory. But it is absolutely gorgeous. There's only going to be 600 units made. 150 will be for the Japan market. Jason, without looking at the chat, because they may spoil this for you, I want you to tell me how much you think this figure is. It is
bring that sucker up so people can see what you're talking about here. Sorry, I messed up some stuff, so I'm.
You're good. It is 1/6 scale.
All right.
And it does have interchangeable parts. The
Here
Moogle.
I brought it up there. Yep. Okay. Hey.
The Moogle is interchangeable, and Tetra, I think is her name, is interchangeable for what pose she's doing inside the mech.
Okay. Let's see. That looks pretty good.
How much do you think it is?
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the detail on it. It looks like ceramic. I'm going to go ahead and say this is a $350 statue.
More.
Jesus.
You get 2 more guesses.
I'll say it's a $500 statue.
More?
You
got one more chance. You're not
Is this a $600 statue?
No.
How much is a statue?
$11,000. Would y'all like to take out a mortgage to buy a 1/6 scale statue?
Now I've turned into that meme where the lady's like looking like I'm trying to see $1,000 in this statue. Let me bring it back up here.
11,000 though. It's not 1,100.
Wait, 11,000. $11,000. $11,000.
$11,570.
Man, I could buy a cheap car with that.
As one of my friends mentioned, would you like to take out a second mortgage?
What was the limits on this? What was the?
There are 600 units. 150 is specifically for the Japan market.
This won't sell.
I know. To drive home this, by the way, Mr. Final Fantasy himself, Hironobu Sakaguchi, specifically said, "Whoa, that's a bit much."
I am looking for $1,100 here.
$11,000. Yeah.
I can't even say the words for this statue.
If I looked real hard and I knew what materials it was made out of, I could probably see 1,100.
Do you have a material list on this? Is it metal?
I do not have a material list. This is something they announced this week, and we don't really have much info. The sales don't start until Monday, so we don't really know anything else. But the yen, I thought that the 11,000 was a typo, but I looked at the yen price, and no, it's not, because the yen is 1,485,000.
This hurts my soul to look at. I don't feel guilty about other expensive toy items I bought all of a sudden, because Apparently, I got nothing on Final Fantasy statue people.
I didn't see what the scale was when I first saw the price point, so I thought it was one of those statues that was half the size of my body, which that would have made that completely understandable why it's so much. I could bring this up again.
Not to cut you off.
Not.
I'm
no, you're fine.
I'm trying to find the money. Okay, man.
Yeah.
600 units.
600 units total. I have got to see this material list because, Jesus.
Wait.
Okay.
You core are rich. You're rich.
I am rich.
Let's say you are you're rich.
Am I Elon Musk rich?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you buy this? If you had the money, easily, would you get this?
I can't justify it.
But you're not even a statue person, really.
I do
you got a couple.
I like my statues. I have spent money on statues. My Mononoke figure was, I think, almost 150, 200.
Okay.
And no, it was 150. And I did not mind spending that kind of money on it because the statue's beautiful.
And it's a fairly large one too.
Yeah, I think altogether it's about this big.
Okay.
And it's
fair
rare
for that price.
Yeah, it's also a Kotobukiya, so it's a really nice one.
I love everybody's this thing needs to fire lasers. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Fire lasers, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, the most I've ever been willing to spend on a figure, not that I have, I was just willing to, but the store was sold out, was I saw a Yoko Kurama figure, and it was, I think, about this big? Yeah, about this big for $300. And it was an extremely detailed figure with, like, fight effects and stuff. Like,
I'm
it
not
was...
seeing anybody else in the chat that's, like, willing to spend this kind of money on a statue.
Elon Musk doesn't own a house. There's no way he'd buy this. True. But
I'm kind of flabbergasted a little bit here.
Yeah, I first saw that figure, and I got real excited because one of my friends, that's one of his favorite Final Fantasies. And I was about to send it to him, and then someone was like, hey, you got to take out a second mortgage to get it. I'm like, what? And I saw the price. Like, Square, what are you doing? Like... you had the Shiva figure not too long ago, and that was already pushing it because that was like, or no, it was the Alpha and Omega from 14. That was already pushing it at like 400 or 500. I could see why it was that much, but you were already pushing it with something in the hundreds, and now you've brought something into the double-digit thousands. Are you sure? Because they've had plenty of time to come back out and say if it was a typo or not, and no one has said anything. I even went to their Twitter pages. There's nothing about it being a typo, so that's the price.
All right, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out quite a bit. So
yeah, no.
I feel no guilt about anything. I was looking at some expensive stuff to buy this week too.
Well,
but I can justify by saying at least I'm not buying an $11,000 statue.
I will say in your collection there's probably
don't go there.
No, I'm saying like within your entire collection, even what you don't have displayed, there's probably $11,000 worth of collectibles. Because you buy quality figures when you buy special figures. I mean, they're all in that case, and I'm planning to steal all of them.
Sure, it's only 11,000.
I know it's not just in the case.
No, it's not. It's not.
I mean, I'm looking at a couple hundred right here on the table.
Good God. Oh yeah, those big boys over there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but like that's an entire collection.
But there are a lot of statue people out there that they will spend this money.
There are, and
but
I don't know if they're going to sell 600 units total though.
When is this going live anyway? I'm curious. I want to see how quickly
it's going live. It's going live Monday.
Ooh.
And it's going to run until either June 24th or until they run out.
So it's going to run until June 24th is what you're telling me.
No, it's going to until the stock runs out.
Okay.
Which means that it's probably going to be in stock until June 24th, 2 years from now.
Well, that's it. We're going to be watching the progress of this. I really want to... If this sells out, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Oh, yeah. I want to talk to the people that buy this statue, and I would like them to donate money.
We're about to follow some people's Instagrams. Just waiting for them to post they got their statue in.
Yeah, and then we're going to start immediately begging for some money. Like, if you got $11,000 to throw on a statue that's only 1/6 scale, I want your disposable income, please.
All right. Okay, well, moving on. Speaking of money, so Twitch has become the leading streaming platform, especially after their Amazon buyout. It's become a very good source of income for a lot of streamers out there. However, an anonymous report published by Bloomberg has said that they're thinking about scaling down payouts to their top streamers. So currently you get about 70% of your overall revenue from your streams on Twitch. The rumor is that Twitch is going to be reducing that down to 50%. Now, all of you out there, just imagine those numbers for a second.
That's a big chunk.
That is a big chunk, and it's also caused a large number of streamers to leave Twitch and go back over to YouTube now. Because Twitch was kind of pulling people away from YouTube, and now, well, they're going. So their new strategy is going to place a higher focus on ad revenue. They want creators to run more ads during their streams. So it's going to give you multiple monthly payouts for multiple ads per hour. So if you enjoy your favorite Twitch streamer and they want to keep the revenue going, you're going to be seeing a lot more ads during their streams. Now, One way that Twitch justifies this is every time that they run a stream for somebody, it costs them money. Of course it does. Servers, bandwidth, all of that costs money. It actually costs more for the large amount of smaller streamers that they have that are streaming. Whereas the larger streamers, of course, they pull in a bunch of people, but that is one stream they're responsible for. And as a small-time Twitch streamer where we run our D&D games, I can kind of see their point to this. But what I do disagree with, Twitch has had record revenue this year. And how many corporations have we seen run record revenue but say, we're having a hard time keeping up the bills? I don't know how this is going to work out. Like I said, I see a lot of people leaving Twitch and going right back over to YouTube. So, thoughts, and do we pull our D&D games back over to YouTube now? Not like we were making any money off.
Yeah.
I think we were making minimal money off of there.
Yeah, we were. Like, one of my friends actually just started streaming, and he's been streaming on YouTube. And I was sitting there wondering, like, why aren't you streaming on Twitch? And with this news coming out, I'm like, oh, I'm really glad you didn't start building your following on Twitch, because you have to move them over here now. Like, that saves time.
It's something that we will probably discuss internally.
Yeah, I think at least for the game this Saturday, we will still do it on Twitch.
Oh yeah, and by the way, we are playing D&D.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/SCNS Live. This Saturday about 3ish. So come join us. But
3ish Central Time.
It is something that we're going to have to consider. I mean, because apparently if it's just such a big problem for y'all, okay, well fine, we will.
Yeah.
Pack our shit and go. I do not agree with, and even I did have some comments from Pokimane, who is one of Twitch's biggest creators. She said, in my opinion, Twitch should just implement ads that don't directly interfere with the stream. A sidebar, picture-in-picture, underlay, etc. I understand advertisers are essential to make a platform profitable, but intervening with the viewer's experience isn't how they should go about it. Wow, look at that. She just figured it out for y'all. Y'all
better pay her more. Give her back her 70% or more.
I'm saying, if y'all institute this idea, y'all better pay her some more money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, YouTube has been doing that for a while, running the little ads across the bottom.
Yeah.
That you can X out after a certain amount of time. Maybe they figure, we don't want to copy YouTube, but you know what? It works for them. So, dropping everybody's revenue down to 50% of it, though, damn.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in the United States, we started a war over taxation.
See, Sir Kras actually mentioned, I say stay over there. If they're going to use smaller streamers costing them money as an excuse, I say make truth tellers out of them.
I mean, he raises a good point.
Makes a good point. And you know what? Maybe, and again, we'll discuss that, but for now, we will stay.
I want to do the
D&D on
Samuel
Twitch.
Jackson thing. Look at the big brain on Kras. All right, okay. Yeah, so yeah, Twitch, please stop screwing up. Cora, kicking it back over to you, bud.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the mood up a little bit because we got our bitching out. So now we're gonna bring up some good stuff. I'm not sure how many people are aware of the manga and anime Blue Period. It is something that we've talked about on the show before, right when it was coming out. Essentially, it is a manga that focuses on art. So kind of how like sports anime will focus on a certain sport. Your main character for Blue Period finds out that he really likes doing art. And it's his journey through learning that. And it's a very, very good manga. I haven't sat down to read a lot of it myself, but I've flipped through it a few times. It's so beautiful. Well, I'm not the only one that thinks that. One of the art colleges, or one of the art schools in Japan has decided to do what they've called a Blue Period exhibition. So it's Blue Period exhibition, Art is a Gift. And for this 34 different students recreated the first 6 volume covers of the manga. I only grabbed the first 4. I didn't feel like I needed to grab all 6 to kind of illustrate this. Now, the first image that has the English titles, those are the original covers. That's what they already look like. And after these will be the ones that were created by the art students. And they were made using charcoals, pencils, oil paints, all kinds of different mediums, kind of piecemealed together to recreate these covers. And they're so beautiful. Like you can see some of the original artwork underneath it as well, and they kind of pieced it all together to kind of give it that scrapbook kind of look. And it looks so cool. The art exhibition itself is going to be running in the warehouse Terada G1 building in Tennozu, Tokyo, for those who happen to be in Japan. It's going to be running from June 18th until September 27th, so plenty of time to go and see it. There's over 50 art pieces within this exhibit. There's an immersive theater, and there will be analysis of famous works. So it's not just kind of a showcase of only things from Blue Period. There will also be discussion on actual art pieces, which if you're there for that anime and manga, you're already going to be excited and interested in that as well. If you're interested in giving Blue Period a try, it is currently streaming on Netflix. And I think Crunchyroll, I know for certain Netflix right now has the anime for Blue Period. Or you can go to your local Barnes & Noble and pick up the manga. Or possibly find it online. I don't know where it is online though, so I can't point you to that direction.
Yeah. I was running them next to you original art. Trying to make sure I illustrate. You know what? These are really good.
Right? I was so impressed. I actually had to look up the covers again to make sure that those weren't the covers. Honestly, those could be the actual covers, and maybe one day they'll have a special thing. But man, I'm always impressed with art students.
Well, I mean, you do art.
I mean, yeah, I do art.
So, you art.
I do art.
Like a verb. You art.
Yes, I do art. But I also understand how absolutely nerve-wracking art school can be. I mean, I went to a community college, and the art students there were already, downing coffee made with Red Bull instead of water, trying to get stuff done for finals. And the creativity of those students is impressive. To go to that art college thing, we had an exhibit every year of statues made out of cards. They could be playing cards, trading cards, whatever. People would use Magic the Gathering, land cards, or Pokemon element cards, or bicycle decks, anything like that. And the whole point of those statues was they could not use any glue or adhesive to keep them put together. I also think they couldn't actually cut them unless they were cutting them as a shape to put onto the statue. I don't know what the full rules were, but I know they couldn't use any kind of adhesive, glue, tape, anything. And it was impressive. You would have statues this big just made out of playing cards. I don't even know how they came up with that. And then with this, yes, all they did was recreate the covers from a manga, so they've already got the medium there. But someone had to piece that together.
Her eyes start glistening when
Yes.
she starts talking about things that she loves. It's just a semblance of a tear behind her eyes.
Look, art is wonderful. Art is an essential part of our society, whether people believe it or not. And all I'm saying is that if you've never been to an art museum before, figure out where your local art museum is and go give it a look through. I promise you will be impressed. Especially with how big some of those paintings are. There are some that are bigger than a human being, but on the internet they look like they're small. And someone hand painted that.
We're running through stories really quick here, so
I know I was trying to vamp on the art.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got a little something I can add in, and it's something D&D related, but I'll get to that in a minute. But, and this is for anybody out there that plays, but back over to me. CinemaCon is going on right now. There's been a plethora of movies that are announced. Sony has actually teased Venom 3. Look at that. A movie somebody actually wants to watch.
I mean, a lot of people want to watch it for the wrong reason.
But one of the movies that I'm looking forward to coming this summer is Nope by Jordan Peele, who at one point I thought was funny, and then he terrified me. with Get Out and everything else he's made. Well, Jordan Peele actually revealed, and it's kind of why we guessed it. Why is this movie called Nope? And I'm saying after I saw the trailer, I know exactly why this movie is called Nope. Nope. But during the Universal Pictures panel at CinemaCon, he said the film is a ride. The title speaks to the idea of the audience reacting to what they're thinking and feeling in the theater. When you tell people it's a scary movie, a lot of the time they say, nope. Someone to acknowledge those people with the title and bring them in. This is about the person who thinks they don't love the horror movie, to show them that maybe they do.
I mean...
First of all, this guy. So, 7/22/22 is when Nope comes out, and that story ran a lot quicker than I thought it would. But you enjoy the scary. Have you seen Get Out?
I have not seen Get Out, and which is surprising because psychological horror is one of my favorite genres,
yeah.
I know that's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see that one, but I already know it's good, so it's just a matter of having time to sit down and watch it.
And then Us, and then all the stuff he's done with Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
the man is... He's a modern Rod Serling.
I want to see this movie. Like, one, because the title is funny, and I just appreciate it.
Also, after seeing that trailer, I still have no idea what this movie's about.
And you know what? Those always make for some of the best horror movies.
I know.
Like, or rather, okay, actually, I take that back. There's two things that can happen with a horror movie trailer where you don't know what's happening. And you can already tell which is which from watching it. It's either, this is going to be one of the greatest horror movies ever, or... what is this shit? It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in theater day one for this one, and I'm ready for a ride. I mean, just like I said, I still don't know what this movie is about. And I'm loving it.
Honestly, with horror, though, sometimes knowing less is better because then you're not going in with preconceived notions on what the movie will be.
Most movies where you don't know what the thing is that's scary... Like Jaws. That was the mistake of Jaws for years. You'd never see the shark. So with this trailer, but I don't know. Go see the trailer. It's like really scary. But yeah, I'm totally in for it. Jordan Peele, please keep putting out magic and get back to Twilight Zone at some point because I really want more of those episodes.
So Jason, I gotta ask since we're vamping for time. And
well, I got a little something that's coming up too. So
fair. But I am curious because everyone always has one. What's your favorite horror movie? We are halfway to Halloween, so why not take a little break? And what would you say is your top horror movie? And if you can't pick between a couple, what are your top two?
I hate this because it's stereotypical, but I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th series.
It's a classic. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I know it's my name's Jason. And and everyone's like, every time they see Jason the X, they're like, oh, like the horror movie. No, not like the horror movie. That's Jason X. I'm a the X, anyway, or the 10. Anyway, the Friday the 13th series is definitely my long-lasting genre of horror movie that I really like. But, I mean, I have a subscription to Shudder because I love scary movies. Joe Bob Briggs is back doing the Drive-In again. Which, I love that. There's new episodes of The Drive-In this Friday, by the way. Please go check it out. His co-host, Diana Prince, actually follows me on Twitter. Yeah, we're like sis and bro, like, on Twitter. It's pretty cool. Because we both like wrestling, too. But, but I do enjoy, like, the modern psychological horrors, too. Like Saw, things like that, where I'm on edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favorite scary genre anyway?
That's
Wolf
really...
Cop.
Okay, so my joke answer is Wolf Cop is my favorite horror movie because it's so ridiculous.
You made me watch that. I watched that movie because of what you told me. Oh my God.
It was a fun ride though, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, I will not deny. Enjoying this movie. She talked so long about this damn werewolf movie. And and she didn't even tell me to watch it. She just talked about it for so long. And she wore me down. Finally, I went looking for Wolf Cop. It was just one day you had said something, we were driving in the car, we got out, I was like, where is this damn movie? And I sat there and watched it and I was
And the thing that makes it so funny, one, it's a Canadian horror film, so already it's great.
Hey.
Two, it was a Kickstarter movie.
Oh my god.
That was funded by Kickstarter.
I didn't know this was a Kickstarter movie.
Yeah. Wolf Cop 2 was also funded by Kickstarter, by the way. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen Wolf Cop 2 either. We need to watch the sequel together. Maybe it's on Shudder.
But my real answers, because I have two.
All right.
I don't like zombie movies. They get overplayed real easy.
Okay.
However, Train to Busan is probably my favorite because it took the zombie genre and it was like 28 Days Later. However, better handled. I felt that this handled that kind of like we have to travel and get away from the zombies better. Probably because since it's a Korean movie, no one's safe. So I didn't have to worry about who was going to die because anyone could die at any point. But, yeah.
I think a good horror movie for me, and don't get me wrong, like I'm afraid of something that could kill me. Okay? Like I tried to watch the new Scream. I couldn't get into it. I've never been afraid of Ghostface because it's like, hey Jason, I got this knife, and I'll just be like, oh, come on, let's go, bitch, let's go. Oh, even worse, I brought two, let's go. I'm not afraid of Ghostface.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Honestly, looking at it, it looks like I could punch Ghostface and probably win.
Oh yeah, that was kind of the appeal of him in the 90s. Is just he's a cheesy villain, and that's fine.
Honestly, I think I've discussed this before. Aliens is a scary movie. I know they always say sci-fi. No, that's sci-fi horror.
Yeah, no, it's sci-fi horror.
I just hate that there's a lot of them and they swarm.
There's
no winning that. Like I can't do anything against them.
Also, the clicky noise they make?
That's Predator.
Okay, that's Predator.
I don't like that either.
See, I haven't seen Predator yet. I thought I remembered a clicky noise, but I think that was just a noise in the movie itself.
Oh no, if it's dark and somebody makes the Predator clicky noise, I'm shooting. I'm not wasting time. Don't ever make that noise in the dark. I didn't think I was scared until I was a grown man and a friend of mine did that in a dark building that we were moving out of our building, and he makes this noise in the dark and instantly, what? And he was like, what? I was like, don't you do the damn noise again. Straight up attention. Do not like it.
Yes, I know. But,
yes,
my second favorite, because I love me some psychological horror, is Perfect Blue.
Oh.
If y'all have,
you just don't feel good after watching it.
You can't feel good after watching it. I preached this on the show before, but I'm going to do it again. If y'all haven't seen Perfect Blue and you are within you have a good mindset and you're good to go, watch it. Basically, if you liked Black Swan, you should watch What Black Swan Stole.
Ooh.
Sorry, that...
No. I'm going to let you have that one.
Black Swan is still a good movie.
True.
I am not saying Black Swan is a bad movie. But they did steal a lot of shots from Perfect Blue. The concept was based off of a book called Perfect Blue, which I don't remember if they credited in Black Swan. It's been a long time. But Satoshi Kon was supposed to work with the creators for Black Swan to help them with those shots, and he never did. But they still used his shots. Specifically, the one that I specifically remember is the scene where she screams in the tub because she's going crazy. The overhead shot where she's in the tub.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm picturing it in my mind. It's been a while since I've seen Perfect Blue, admittedly.
Yeah,
it is I would consider that classic cinema at this point.
Oh yeah, people harp on animated films as it is and everything about how it's not a real genre, but then there's things like Akira and Perfect Blue and anything Satoshi Kon touched, basically.
Devilman Crybaby,
Devilman itself. Animation sometimes the story you want to tell, even if it's a mundane story, is just better told through animation, because the shots that Kon got in Perfect Blue, you can't replicate those in live action, because he perfectly made it so that you could not tell what was actually happening and what was a figment of her imagination. And that's the point.
Chat's very lively about the horror. Yeah, we were on a horror kick there. Oh boy.
Yeah. It's kind of like some of the stuff they tried with Secret Window, if y'all have ever seen that one, which, very good Johnny Depp film. It is a horror movie with Johnny Depp that was actually unsettling.
I'm trying to think of the last good... Well, I mean, we're just not going back to the movies and everything. So
Yeah.
Candyman was probably... And also Jordan Peele there. The newest Candyman
I haven't seen the new Candyman.
Oh, boy.
I saw the original one.
Yeah, I mean, the original one's... That's Wes Craven. That's classic stuff right there. But
Yeah.
the new one, very well done, and I think told a very good story. I think it was... I want to say, that's the last good scary movie I've seen was the latest Candyman.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Now that I think about it, yeah. Go get a Shudder subscription. They're really good.
The most recent horror movie I watched was Houseu.
What?
I was good. Okay. Last tangent. Houseu is a classic Japanese horror movie from like 1967, 1976, something of that. One of those numbers. I don't know if I can say it's good.
But you enjoy it?
It's a real fun movie. The effects look like they were made in Microsoft Paint. This was by Toei by Toei. Toei greenlit this film. A little bit of wholesome stuff. The script was written by a guy and his daughter who was in kindergarten at the time. He would give like a baseline of what was going to what is happening, and then ask his daughter what she thinks should happen next, and then he would write that down, and that's what happened in the film. It was a fun watch. I will admit that. That's what made it fun and made it good. It was a fun watch. Can I tell you linearly what happened in this movie? No, I have no idea what happened. My friend who was like shit-faced drunk put everything together and had a perfect synopsis for this movie. I, as a sober person, had no clue what was happening. Are you pulling it up?
Oh, no, I was getting another story ready for
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. If y'all ever get the chance to see this, I recommend it. For no other reason than I want the messages to come in with, how dare you make me watch this? I got kicked out of my friend's apartment for making him watch it. It's fun, though.
Well,
Yes.
I have this interesting story.
Yes.
But I don't know. I'm not gonna roll with it until I flesh it out a little bit more. But it was something somebody made a bunch of minis available. If you haven't.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and just. So apparently, if you join this community, you can get little miniatures made. Well, he makes the files available for free. Apparently.
Nice.
All you do is just join. You can get the STL files, and he's got quite a lot of creatures on here. This is something that I would be interested in. It's going to be myminifactory.com, and the user that's made them free, I'm bringing up the story right now, is Miguel Zavala at MZ4250. This is his store that we're looking at. And yeah, I would definitely give him some support, though. I don't feel comfortable taking but he's got a wealth of files if you ever want to get them from there. So these are very good, and they're just basic bestiaries if you need something like that. Which of course you need your monsters of the week for D&D. So
exactly.
Yeah,
and if you already
give them a shout out there.
Yeah, and if you already have a 3D printer, you don't have. All you have to do is buy the filament or the resin for whichever printer you have.
Yeah, I mean it's still going to cost you to print, of course, but let me get to my...
Well, I mean, I'm saying if you already have a printer.
Oh, yeah. And I think we have access to one with our DM, so... Yeah. I don't know, did you pick up another story just so we can branch out a little bit of time?
I do actually have a quick story.
Oh, go right ahead. Hit it.
So, I don't know how many of y'all are into Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. but
this was your story that you had.
yeah, but I sure am. It's a great game. If y'all have never played it before, the original trilogy is in the Nintendo store, and I recommend giving that a try before you buy any of the newer games. Because if you don't like the humor in the older games, you are not going to like these newer ones, because it's the same kind of humor. Basically, you just have to be ready for puns. And if you don't like puns, you're not going to enjoy it. But for those who do, we have this is the 20th anniversary of Ace Attorney from Capcom. Jason, this game has been around for 20 years. And they're going to be streaming the Ace Attorney Philharmonic concert from May 7th to May 15th on a platform called Zyko, which makes me sad because that's probably a Japanese only platform. But they will be playing live at the Bun Kamura Orchard Hall in Tokyo on May the 7th, with also a talk session afterwards with Takayuki Kondo, Ken, and Eiji Takamoto. The tickets are on sale right now for $2,734 US. That's $3,500 yen. And I'm going to check after the show if I have access to Zyko. Because if I do, I will be doing that and I will be watching this. The music in Ace Attorney is really good. So this will be a lot of fun.
Okay. I've never been into Ace Attorney, so
really,
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Have you ever and this is literally just a question. Have you ever given it a shot?
I haven't given it a shot, so I do have that going against me.
I have them at home in various platforms.
But of course, I can get them just as you said.
True. It's a visual novel style game. Just to kind of explain that. Where you play a defense attorney and you have to prove your client innocent.
Oh, I'm aware of what it is.
I'm telling the audience for people who don't know.
They know what it is.
It does not work in the same way that American court justice works, or any court justice works, because not only do you have to prove your client innocent, you have to present who did the murder instead. Which, that's always fun. Sometimes you know right away, the first case of each game, you always know who the murderer is, because you see it. But you have to prove it with the evidence you have.
Well, I just got pushed one that I do have a colleague that is at CinemaCon.
Ooh, please do tell.
I kind of forgot about this movie.
Which movie?
But we got our first look at CinemaCon of the upcoming Borderlands movie.
Oh my god, I forgot that was coming out.
I forgot this was coming out. Yeah, Cate Blanchett, whom I love, playing Lilith, Jamie Lee Curtis as Patricia Tannis, Kevin Hart as Roland. But we got a little teaser of what the movie and a synopsis actually.
Ooh,
the film will follow Blanchett's Lilith and her quest to return to the planet of Pandora to recover the missing daughter of the universe's most powerful SOB Atlas. She'll be joined also by Ariana Greenblatt, who will be playing Tina, Edgar Ramirez as Atlas, Gina Gershon as Moxie,
ooh,
baby,
hello,
Janina Gavankar as Commander Knox, and Florian Muntinu as Krieg. Eli Roth was supposed to be directing this movie. I actually forgot about this. But we got apparently the first what?
Sorry. Sir Kraz in the chat. Kevin Hart as Roland. Kevin Hart is big enough maybe to play his right bicep.
This is true. But hold up, I'm gonna give Kevin Hart a chance on this. Okay, I've seen the screenshots of him as Roland, and yes, Kevin Hart is a tiny little man. But you know. He's usually next to The Rock, so I'm going to give him a pass on this. I mean, I ain't that tall either.
Wait, hold on a sec. Hold on just a minute. I have to know now. How tall is Kevin Hart?
Oh, Lord. I'm going to say 5'6". He's 5'6".
Oh, come on. Here we go. Cool. You just gave me videos and not him. Okay.
How tall is Kevin Hart? We don't short shame on this show.
I mean, he's taller than me, but only by an inch. He's 5'4". So like,
don't take the low hanging fruit, Jason. Don't take the low hanging fruit. Wait, that kind of sounds like a mean short joke too.
All I have to do is wear shoes with a little bit of a heel, and I'm taller than Kevin Hart.
Either way,
but no, I'm still excited for this. I want to give
this movie a shot. I mean, Gearbox is right here, Texas-based game company, so I'm giving it a chance. I love Borderlands. Yeah. I love Borderlands. So I just think the age is. The cast is off. Cate Blanchett, I love Cate Blanchett, but Lilith, I think it's. I don't want to do any ageism on her. You know, it's Cate Blanchett. Yeah. She's a great actress, and she's still pretty as hell. So I'm so down for this movie. So yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I am happy to be reminded that it's actually gonna be a thing
same.
Still.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you.
We lost about 2 years of time, so, you know.
Yeah, but I'm also not going to lie to you. 99% of the reason I want to watch this movie is Jamie Lee Curtis.
This is true.
I love her.
And Gearbox's president, Randy Pitchford, he has said that from what he's seen, he likes it. And, you know, that's what I want to hear. Please don't lie to me, Randy. But that's what I want to hear from the CEO of Gearbox when he looks at something from Borderlands. So
I am very excited and, like, chomping at the bit to get a trailer because I would like to see more. I also haven't played Borderlands yet.
Oh man.
But I've seen enough of it that I really like it. Like I saw some of those cinematics that they released not too long ago. Or I say that, I think it was quite a few years ago. I don't even remember what they were for. I think they were for one of the other Borderlands that came out.
I feel like we should have tried to go to this.
Maybe we should. Where was it being held?
Las Vegas of all places.
Huh.
Viva Las Vegas. Anyway, so yeah, we have successfully gotten through about an hour of this show, giving y'all some weekly content. Unless you found some, what?
Well, I was gonna say we have 6 minutes. I mean, I could vamp. I could talk about. I could talk about Suikoden, or I could talk about.
Honestly, I liked our little discussion piece about horror movies more. We need to do some stuff like that more.
Yeah, no.
Find us some topics we can go off. So anyway. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it quits. Everybody, thank you for joining the show. We will be live on twitch.tv/SCNS Live this Saturday for some D&D action. We are in the thick of things.
We are.
Oh, boy, we are. If you missed the last adventure, it is. I think it's up on the YouTube channel now. I just got to make sure.
Yeah, it is, and I'm terrified. I'm scared.
We got so lucky last game. We had an Easter egg hunt on Easter weekend. I love it.
We had all of the luck. However...
And we are the unluckiest D&D crew out there.
Yeah. Cass and I had luck for once. Like, my dice never roll over a single-digit number, and they consistently rolled high.
Nice.
Which was good, because I needed them to for once. Like, desperately. But I don't think that's going to happen this week. I think we used all of our luck.
Do you also feel like that was the game where our DM was like disappointed because she was going to kill us?
Yeah.
She was going to murder us.
Well, see, the thing is, she's still going to murder us.
She was like, I'm going to try again next time.
Well, so we made it out of the cave alive, and she's like, well, now you got to go back in there. I'm like, but why?
We did our thing. We don't want to go back in there. I feel as though she was like calculating her mind. I still need to kill one of these.
Yeah. Like, my character is just like, I would like to not? Really?
Yeah, we'll see. So join us Saturday on Twitch. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
And go check out our TikTok, which at Super Cool Nerd
Jason's
Show,
having too much fun on.
200,000 views. Everybody get a dash cam so you can get video like the one I captured and put on our TikTok. Thank you to everybody that watched that. 200,000 views for some sweet karma. Oh man.
Karma.
I love the one that escalated quickly.
Oh my
so
God.
Please go check out the TikTok so you can see that video. Anyway, that's it for the show. Like this video. Please subscribe. Please like this video and sub to the channel. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at SCNS Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and if you want to follow this person, you can follow me at Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Core.
If you want to follow me for anything art related, Suikoden related, or anything like that, you can follow me at Corodono Art on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow me for all things Final Fantasy screenshot related, you can follow me on Twitter at chaotic_noodle.
All right. Guys, that's it. We'll see you next week. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.